Ladies and gentlemen, today is not an ordinary day in the currency world. In fact, what's happening right now with the Iraqi dinar could go down in history as one of the most talked about events of 2025. If you've been holding dinar, watching the markets are following this journey for years, you'll want to hear every single detail of what's unfolding. The buzz is electric. Traders are glued to their screens. Social media groups are blowing up with screenshots, rate updates, and jaw-dropping claims that the Iraqi dinar has made a major move on the Forex market, a move that some have waited decades to see. Could this be the moment we've all been anticipating? Could Iraq's currency finally be stepping into a new era with a bold, powerful exchange rate? Stay with me until the very end, because what I'm about to share will have you sitting up straight, gripping your chair, and wondering if we're witnessing financial history in real time. The word explosion isn't being used lightly. Today, on Forex platforms worldwide, traders are reporting unusual activity surrounding the Iraqi dinar. For years, the currency has been stuck in a low-value holding pattern, visible, but not truly active in the way other globally traded currencies are. But today, something changed. People are claiming they've seen the dinar's exchange rate shift in ways they've never witnessed before. Screenshots are circulating, showing fresh numbers. Currency codes are appearing in new ways. And whispers are spreading that this isn't just a technical glitch. It's a sign of deeper changes happening behind the scenes. If you've been in this community for a while, you know how rare it is for any movement to show up on Forex without it meaning that something important is taking place. Whether this is the long-awaited reinstatement or the first stage of a larger rollout, there's no denying that momentum has entered the picture. The excitement in the community is unlike anything we've seen in years. People who haven't checked the dinar's rate in months are suddenly back online, refreshing Forex apps every few minutes. Forums and chat rooms are buzzing, not just with speculation but with real-time updates from holders who say they've contacted their banks, come claim they were told that systems are updating or that rates are being refreshed. Now, that's a very different response from the standard no information available we've been hearing for years. This shift in tone has only fueled the fire, making people believe that something significant is happening. Of course, we can't confirm every claim being made, but in the currency world, even a hint of change on the official trading systems is enough to get people paying attention. And today, there's more than just a hint. There's a wave of movement that feels impossible to ignore. Let's take a step back for a moment and remember why this is such a big deal. The dream for many in the dinar community has always been that Iraq would reinstate its currency to a rate closer to its pre-war value, a rate that reflects the country's true economic potential. For years, Iraq's economy has been growing. Oil exports had been strong and international trade has been expanding. But the dinar's exchange rate has remained stubbornly low, trapped by a mix of past economic struggles and political complexities. The idea that Iraq could one day flip the switch and bring the dinar back to a strong, globally recognized rate has kept investors hopeful. If what we're seeing today is the start of that process, it's not just a currency adjustment. It's a potential economic turning point for the entire nation. One thing making today stand out is how widespread the reports are. This isn't just one or two people claiming they saw something strange on Forex. It's coming from multiple sources across different platforms and from traders in different countries. That kind of widespread observation suggests that the changes, whatever they are being reflected in multiple systems at once. In the global financial network, that doesn't happen without deliberate updates being pushed through. These systems are interconnected, and when a currency's trading data changes, it often means that an official decision has been made somewhere behind the scenes. That's why today's developments have such a powerful impact. They feel coordinated, tensional, and very different from random fluctuations or errors. Some in the community believe this could be the reinstatement stage, a point where the currency is officially recognized again in the global trading system, but perhaps at a modest rate to start. The theory is that this would be followed by a more significant revaluation once the market adjusts and confidence builds. Others argue that Iraq might be skipping a slow approach altogether, going straight for a strong rate now. That's the case, then today could mark the single biggest financial leap in the dinar's modern history. Either way, the key point is that movement is happening. And in the often slow world of currency reforms, movement is everything. We've also been hearing about possible ripple effects. The Vietnamese dong, another currency often discussed in these circles, is getting extra attention today. People are wondering if Iraq's move could inspire similar reforms elsewhere. In the interconnected web of global finance, a bold step by one country can influence others to act, especially if they've been considering similar changes. If this turns out to be the case, we could see not just a shift in Iraq's currency, but a broader wave of adjustments in multiple markets, something that would be historic in its own right. It's important to remember, though, that excitement should be balanced with caution. We've seen false alarms before, seen moments where a rumor spread like wildfire, only to be shut down later. That's why, even with all the incredible energy today, wise traders are reminding each other not to make rushed financial moves until the facts are crystal clear. But here's the thing, even the cautious voices are admitting that today feels different. The activity on Forex isn't the kind of thing that happens for no reason. The coordination, the timing, the sudden shift, it all points toward something meaningful unfolding. This is also a deeply emotional moment for many dinar holders. For them, this isn't just about a number on a screen. It's about years, sometimes decades of patience. It's about believing in a country's potential when the world seemed to have forgotten it. It's about holding on through political changes, economic setbacks, and countless rumors. So when they see the dinar acting differently on Forex today, it's not just a financial event, it's a moment of hope. It's a reminder that the story they've been following isn't over and might be entering its most exciting chapter yet. For Iraq, the potential implications are massive. A stronger dinar means increased purchasing power for its citizens, more confidence from international investors, and greater leverage in global trade. It signals that the country is stepping fully back onto the world stage, ready to participate in the global economy on more equal terms. That kind of move could attract foreign capital, boost domestic industries, and create a positive cycle of growth. And for those watching from the outside, it's proof that Iraq's economic reforms are more than just talk. They're producing visible, tangible results. Behind the scenes, there's likely a lot happening right now. For a currency to appear differently on Forex, updates have to be pushed through by authorized parties, which often means coordination between central banks, government agencies, and international financial institutions. That's why this doesn't feel random. Feels like the result of decisions made at high levels with a clear plan in motion. Whether this is the start of a gradual rollout or a direct jump to a new rate, the steps being taken now could define Iraq's financial future for years to come. As the hours pass, we'll be seeing more data, more screenshots, and more firsthand accounts. Every update will be dissected, debated, and analyzed by experts and everyday holders alike. And that's the nature of moments like this. They create a wave of information and speculation that can be hard to keep up with. But in the middle of all that noise, one fact remains: the dinar is moving. And in a market where it's been still for so long, movement is everything. It's also worth noting the psychological impact of a day like this. For many, seeing the dinar show signs of life reignites their belief in what's possible. It reminds them that the markets can change quickly, sometimes without warning. And it reinforces the idea that patience, persistence, and faith can eventually be rewarded. That emotional shift can be just as powerful as any number on a screen because it keeps the community engaged and hopeful. And in the world of long-term investments, that's invaluable. So, where do we go from here? The truth is, nobody outside the key decision makers can say for sure. But what we can say is that today has already made its mark. It's sparked conversations, brought people back into the fold, and reminded the world that the Iraqi dinar is far from a forgotten currency. Whether this is the start of a slow climb or the opening of the floodgates, the momentum is here, and in the currency world, momentum can change everything. Keep your eyes open, stay alert, and don't blink. Because if today is any sign, the next chapter in the dinar story could be the one we've all been waiting for.